Hey, what is going on, everybody? So this is part 2 of the X-pipe build, and what we're going to do today is cut up the X-pipe, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So I have the two parts. One part's already cut, but I'm going to show you the process and everything like that, and then we're going to do some welding and finish it up. So let's get started. All right, so this is the first part of the X-pipe, and I had to set it up vertically, but you can see the bandsaw is not big enough, so I have to finish it up with a die grinder, which isn't too big of an issue. I'm not concerned, because we're gonna get everything fitted, and it's not a big deal. So there you can see I got the die grinder going. And now we're going to start on the second end of the X-pipe. This is like the exhaust exit side of the X-pipe. And you can see there, I have it laying flat when I got that bar there. And that bar comes in handy for two reasons. This reason right here is so that I can compress the X-pipe and it won't move or bend, and it allows me to make my cut. So let me know which one you like more, the bandsaw like this that I have or a chop saw. I know they both have their advantages and disadvantages, but let me know which one you like. All right, so you can see there we have a nice, clean, straight cut, and that is the solar flux. That's not sugar on the inside of those welds. But you can see that right there, it's looking good. All right, so now we got our X-pipe tacked together and everything like that, and it's fitted up nicely, and you can see those are the tack welds and everything, and the fitment is really good. You see how there's like no gaps right there, and everything connects together really nicely. So that's what you want. Right there you have a little small gap, but that is nothing to worry about because the filler wire is going to fill that in, and then the way that it's flowing, the exhaust gases are flowing inward, so it's not gonna cause any kind of turbulence or anything like that. So everything is good, and now we're just gonna get into some welding right here. And the one thing that I guess you would have to kind of consider with the welding is that the X-pipe can expand, because you can see right there it's a perfect fit, and that's one of the things that makes this X-pipe unique to the Mercedes-Benz, is that it's very custom. It's not like a generic X-pipe that you can just buy off the shelf. So everything has to fit up perfectly, and I take precise measurements to make that happen. So you can see right here, I'm just going to speed things up, get everything moving along, and we're just going to weld. And another thing to keep the X-pipe from flexing is that I have it welded in certain spots so that it doesn't flex as much. Also, the bar on top helps with that, and I'm going to explain another reason or another purpose for having the bar on the X-pipe. I'm going to add another bar in the future for the final production run or the final product, and the bar helps with sound and vibration. And so that's one of the things that I've noticed in my R&D with the X-pipe, is that adding bars to the X-pipe really helps with the vibration, the sound, the flexing, all that kind of stuff, and it gives you a very nice, crisp sound. All right, so now we're going to get into some more welding, and this is a behind the lens or behind the hood view. This is the dark side of the moon welding shot. And you can see that's pretty much what the technique of TIG welding looks like. So if you want to see more of these kind of shots, let me know in the comments down below, and then I'll just make some dedicated videos to, welding like dark lens. We'll call it dark lens welding. How about that? Sounds pretty cool. All right, so you can see there I'm using these magnets, but this is stainless steel, so the magnets are not holding up the weld or the X-pipe. So again, here we're back behind the lens, and you can see there's the technique, and you got to move pretty fast with stainless. You can't kind of like linger around. You got to like go because you don't want to introduce too much heat into the material. And once again, stainless is just that kind of tricky material. And so let me know what you like most, an X pipe or an H pipe. Have you even heard of an H pipe before? If not, if this is all new to you, leave a comment down below, and also leave a comment if, you know, for your preference, if you like an H pipe or an X pipe. I chose the X pipe because the X pipe is more designed for higher end and more of a higher pitch sound. So it kind of blends the V8 sound with like a F1 sound. So it's a really nice sound, and that's the reason I went with it. The H pipe is more the traditional V8 with a low end performance, but the Mercedes S Class already has a lot of low end power. So to blend that with a high end power exhaust gives you the best of both worlds. And also, if you're going to add a turbo to your, you know, S Class, maybe like the S600, I know has a turbo. So if you're going to add some kind of turbo to it, then that just helps a lot. This exhaust really just complements the car in so many ways. So, but yes, the X pipe, also the flow dynamics of an X over an H, I preferred it, and the performance speaks for itself. So again, we're just gonna finish up, going back to this weld and everything like that. We're just gonna finish up and get everything nice and tied in. You can see there's like a little close-up shot there for y'all on just the welding process. And again, just, you know, how much time and effort goes into building this exhaust that you don't see, you know. So, and again, the insides are all coated with solar flux, so you are getting the back purge protection. And now we're just going to finish up, and we got one more end to do, but I'll save you the time. All right, so we're all done here, and you can see this is the completed welded version of the X pipe. You can see there the welds came out nice, everything looks good, and you can see that it stayed the same in terms of distortion, so that's good, which I knew it would. And you can see there's the bar, there's some more of the inside part of the welds and everything like that. So everything looks really good, really happy with the results. And you can see now why, like, I had to put the flanges on the way that I did, because I wouldn't have been able to put those flanges on, let's say, after I finished the X pipe. So it's kind of a, you know, a tricky process to building this X pipe for the Mercedes compared to just like a generic X pipe that you would buy. Once again, just part of that custom fabrication, you know. But everything came out great, really happy with everything. And I gotta say, this is the most difficult part of the exhaust build, is this X pipe. It's like the heart and soul of the exhaust, and it's the most difficult part to building. And then after that, there's one other, I guess, part or element of the exhaust that's second difficult, but nowhere near as hard as this. So you can see I'm gonna just now connect the pipes to the X pipe and then run it all the way down the car, and then we'll take that all the way to the Y pipes, which that's going to be in another video that I'll show y'all how I build the Y pipes, and that would be, I guess, the second challenging part, but again, it's not too bad. So once again, you know, just thank you all for watching, for tuning in, and, you know, really following me through this process. You know, you can see kind of makes it like a little cross, you know, like which I like. But thanks again for watching, and if you like this content, if you like it, you know, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can see the rest of the series, and I'll see y'all in the next video.